Hey everybody, Joe, We the People Firearms Academy in St. Charles, Illinois. I'm making this video today because over the past few months, a group of physicians, the physicians with the March 4th Foundation, have come out in favor of gun control and in favor of supporting House Bill 5471 and its predecessors, Senate Bill 2226 and House Bill 5855, and saying that guns are an epidemic and gun violence is out of control and this and that, right? Let me lay a little facts out for you here, okay? What physicians really need to do is to mind their own damn business. Firearms deaths, grand total of 45,222. Now, I'm not saying that all of those are tragedies, but we need to break those up into different categories, okay? The United States is one of the only countries in the world that categorizes suicides in their reported firearms deaths. Suicides take up 54% of gun deaths. In 2020, there were 24,292 suicides. 43%, which is 19,384, were murders, according to the CDC. What they also don't factor in is people that used guns in order to defend themselves from criminals that were intent on hurting or killing them or their families. The remaining gun deaths that year were unintentional, 535, or involved law enforcement, 611, or had undetermined circumstances, 400. A little more information from the CDC. Let's talk about the leading causes of death in the United States. Number one on the list, heart disease, 696,962. Cancer, 602,350. Number three, COVID. Now, whether or not those are actually COVID deaths, we don't know because, those tickers that were on the bottom of CNN and MSNBC all the time had woefully inflated numbers, millions and whatever. All right, so I'm not going to even throw those in there. Number four, accidents, unintentional injuries, 200,955. Strokes, 160,264. Chronic lower respiratory diseases, 152,657. Number seven, Alzheimer's, 134,242. Number eight, diabetes, 102,188. Number nine, influenza and pneumonia, 53,544. And number 10, nephritis, nephrotic syndrome and nephrosis, 52,547 deaths. Firearm deaths don't even make the top 10. A number that you should be concerned of is the number of medical malpractice deaths there are in the United States every year. The U.S. Patient Care Study, which was released in 2016, explored death rate data for 8 consecutive years. The research discovered that based on a total of 35,416,020 hospitalizations, there was a pooled incident rate of 251,454 deaths per year, or about 9.5% of all deaths that stem from medical error. So physicians from the March 4th Foundation and whoever else you represent, before you start telling me what to do with my guns, how about you guys take a little self-reflection and worry about your own medical malpractice deaths? Because by my count, my math, let's see, you've got 51,454 deaths per year. Firearms deaths are 45,222. You take suicides out of there, 20,930. Again, very tragic, right, that people are being killed with firearms for whatever reason. However, that 20,930 pales in comparison to 251,454. We are 1/10 the cause of death that you guys are. Do a little bit of self-reflection. Take all that stuff that you were trying to say about us, turn it inwardly and say, man, how can I be a better doctor and not have 251,000 people die every year from medical malpractice? That wasn't people that just died on the operating table, because they couldn't be saved. Those are people that died because of doctor error, okay, physician error, not, oh, he came in and he was the subject of a horrible car death, or, they came in, with 20 stab wounds and couldn't be saved. That's just doctor error. Think about that. For all the rest of you guys, I just want to say, stay safe, have fun on the range, and I will see you on the next video.